Welcome to the Mind Duty. Today we bring you about 8 reasons why don't people like me. Are you wondering, why don't people like me? Without a trusted friend or someone to call on through tough times, life could become much more difficult. In life, we all need someone to rely on, whether that's a family member or a friend. Although we cannot choose our families, we all have the choice to choose our friends. You may find yourself in a situation where you don't have one, and you're wondering, how do I make things better so that people like me again? It may seem challenging to get back into someone's good graces if you've crossed a line and been kicked out of a family or have been double-crossed by friends, but it's not impossible. You must accept responsibility for your decisions and change your conduct. Others are unlikely to change their minds. To see different outcomes, you must adjust how you interact with them. Here are 8 reasons you might be turning people off, and how you can change your behavior for the better. 1. You never stop talking. It's better to be able to have a conversation than not to be able to speak at all. However, far too many people confuse having a conversation with talking. Giving people the chance and space to answer and express their thoughts and ideas is essential for communicating with people. There's no faster way to turn someone off than to keep talking and on and on. You're thinking they're concerned about every part of your life or that they're even interested. When you force somebody listens to you for an extended period, all they can think about is how to get away as soon as possible. How to make a positive change. Pay attention to what others have to say. If you don't offer them the opportunity to speak, and you don't approach discussions with the expectation that they can bring value to you. Recognize the unknown insights that might reside in their minds, which you will never hear if you never allow them to talk. By only caring about their thoughts, you naturally stop and listen whenever they want to speak. It takes time and practice to become a better listener, but here are some suggestions. 1. Put yourself in the speaker's shoes. Consider what they're saying from their point of view. 2. Avoid making assumptions or making quick judgments. 3. When they're talking, pay attention to their feelings. 4. When they're speaking, look into their eyes. 5. Show that you're listening by nodding or saying, "Aha," or "Yep." 6. If you have the opportunity, summarize their comments so you can understand them better. 7. Try to focus on genuinely understand the message that someone is trying to say. 2. You bully people without realizing it. No one wants to enjoy getting bullied, and no one considers themselves to be a bully. Maybe you grew up in a rougher environment than the one you're in now, or perhaps your sensibilities aren't the same as those around you. As a result, the way you behave normally around others can be too rough and direct for those around you, causes people to feel bullied and even abused. That's their issue, not mine, you might say at first. While it is entirely within your rights to feel that way, it also shows that you are unaware enough about your possible relationship with them to change your abrasive behavior. How to make a positive change. Pay attention to what others have to say. Instead of assuming they're too emotional or weak, genuinely listen to them if you believe you've hurt or frustrated them. If you never think that you may be treating people around you unfairly, you'll never know you're a bully. Robin Dreeke, author of the book, It's Not All About Me, The Top 10 Techniques for Building Quick Rapport with Anyone, says that ego suspension is a key to building rapport with others. Ego suspension is putting your own needs, wants, and opinions aside. Consciously ignore your desire to be correct and to correct someone else. It's not allowing yourself to get emotionally hijacked by a situation where you might not agree with someone's thoughts, opinions, or actions. 3. You're always complaining. If you pull everyone down with you while you have a pity party, nobody will want to be your friend. The persistent negativity generated by chronic complainers creates a serious problem for those around them, psychologist Guy Winch wrote in a piece for Psychology Today. Nothing makes a chronic complainer happier than being in a worse situation than their friends. The fact is, no one likes negative vibes. We are now prioritize protecting our resources in this age of positivity and self-care because once you start to slip down, it's all too easy to fall into a spiral. And one of the worst things you might expose your energy to is somebody who can't stop complaining about everything. Perhaps you gripe about how hot it is, or how bad the food is, or how boring the trip is, or how you can't believe what people have done to you, or how everyone seems to be out to get you. Whether your complaints are about minor or major problems, people don't want to deal with someone who is nothing but a massive wellspring of bad vibes, and bad vibes are bad vibes in any form. How to make a positive change? Quit complaining and radiating positive energy to those around you. There is a time and place for complaint and argue, and there is also a time and place for taking a deep breath and appreciating what you have rather than complaining about what you don't. Everyone has bad days, but if you live in the mud all the time, people will stop coming to help you. Get over it and restart living a life full of possibilities. Complaining doesn't get you friends. People would actively gather around you rather than ignore you in no time. 4. You have horrible hygiene. Although it may seem a primary concern, it is probably just as critical, if not more so, than the other things on this list. Answer this: would you like to be around someone who always smells or dirty or unkempt all the time? It would not only affect to enjoy your time with that person, but it would also be uncomfortable to be around someone so careless with their appearance. 5. You talk behind people's backs. Everyone likes to huddle in for the new drama and secrets, so gossip is a perfect way to get in with people. We thought as children that gossip is one of the simplest ways to attract those around us, and we associate that behavior with positive feelings. We come to believe that gossiping regardless of the consequences others may face is necessary for developing relationships. People gradually matured and understand how toxic it is to spread rumors to be the center of attention. How to make a positive change? Quit gossiping completely. People will need to see that you've changed for the better if you've already built a reputation as gossip in your social circles. That doesn't just mean never engaging in gossip again, it also means actively working against any gossip you can encounter. People will begin to see you differently if you are concerned about the consequences of what they will feel. 6. You don't care about anyone else's time. Our time is valuable to each of us. We all have the same 24 hours, and the way we spend that time is something we all care about. That's why nothing irritates us more than when someone wastes our time without thinking about it. Consider all the times you planned to meet someone at a particular time but arrived late. You not only made them wait, but you may not have even apologized genuinely for the delay. Maybe all you did was say, sorry, and move on. Time is a huge sign of respect, and equally, disrespect. How to make a positive change? Be on time. Start to worry about other people's time being wasted. If you end up making people wait, apologize and try to be better the next time you visit them. Even waiting for 5 or 10 minutes can be irritating and rude to people because they do nothing but wait for you. 7. You don't know how to forgive people. You may be a fantastic friend in almost every way except one: you hold grudges and put conflicts ahead of relationships. You'll have to forgive and forget if you want to rebuild your friends. Some people can forget, but not everyone can forgive. It's an essential part of healing and moving on for some people. People might not want to be your friend if you are constantly reminding them of their mistakes. Embarrassing others by pointing out their mistakes can irritate them. 8. You're incredibly needy. There's nothing wrong with being emotionally reliant on your friends. We can't all expect to be perfect, and we need reassurance from time to time that others care for and value us. However, there is a thin line between needing emotional assistance and being much needier than anyone can manage. You should avoid expecting someone to come to your assistance. You'll have to cut back on the endless phone calls and texts. If you go through life expecting others to leave you, you won't be disappointed when they do. According to studies, narcissists are incredibly needy individuals. Most people dislike hanging out with narcissist people. Instead, be there for people who need you. Let go of what you think is going to happen and focus on what is happening. While real friends should have no problem supporting you and your feelings when things get tough, you also can't expect people to act as your emotional sponges, always in need of validation and reassurance. What do you think? Will you agree with these facts or need to add more? Leave a comment below and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button. If you are interested in digging up about this kind of stuff, make sure to stay tuned with us.